Welcome to Sistas United. What's going on, Odessa? What's going on, Alicia? How
Hey
y'all
Hey,
feeling?
y'all.
hey,
Hey.
what's going on?
How y'all feeling? How was your day? My day was hot, so ain't nothing to
Uh,
say about it. How was y'all day?
it was hot, but it's been quiet. I'm not at home with the grands right now, so it's been quiet.
Okay, okay.
Taking a break from the grands is good. I'm at home. I had my knee up with some ice on it, and I did a little cook. I had a quiet day.
Okay, y'all. So I tell y'all what, we're gonna be right back. I want y'all to take this time to share this show. Y'all gonna enjoy it, I promise. Y'all go ahead and share this show, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. So I'm trying to get this show sent out, but we're gonna get into it. Cause y'all know last week we did some catching up, trying to
Ooh,
you know talk about this Kiki Palmer stuff. But let's be real, we have experienced where a person thinks that they can control a person, and
yes,
and before I jump into it, go ahead, Odessa. Go ahead and share it with us so we can get into it.
About the Kiki Palmer and Usher has collaborated and gotten together and made a video. And the video is called Boyfriend. So I just want to know everybody's thoughts about it. Like I said last week, they are entertainers, and I think the way she dressed for his concert, because she's an entertainer. She wasn't wearing that to a PTA meeting. She was going to a concert. She is a performer. She is an entertainer. He's a performer. And I know the boyfriend said what he said, but they have used, because they are in that business, they have used that opportunity to make money. They're
Yeah,
getting paid at the expense of the boyfriend's opinion. But the bottom line is they got a video. They're gonna get paid, and
yeah,
we talking about it on the talk show. So they're
yeah,
going to get paid. Everything that they do, to me, anything they wear, whatever they say, the bottom line is being promoted and getting paid for what they do.
yeah,
And
that's
I
right.
yeah,
just think they've gotten together and they decided we can get paid off of this.
yeah,
And that's what
yeah.
they did. That's what they're doing. I have yet to see the video. I'm gonna watch it when we get off the show.
Yeah.
But that's
It's
my
it
opinion. They just capitalized on that to make money.
yeah. Cause that's the industry.
That's the
Yeah.
industry.
What you think about it, Alicia?
Well, at the end of the day, they're. I think I have to agree with Odessa. They're entertainers. They clearly this was long before this song got released. That this is. I think this is some build up because no way did they produce a video in a couple of days after. You understand what I'm saying? This was a collaboration and this was a recording because they're releasing a song.
Yes.
So they released a song together. Somewhere along in my opinion, probably on the backside, maybe Darius is a little jealous because he knew about the recordings and everything. And now the publicity is out. So Kiki came to a concert because she's about to do a song. They're about to release a song. So she came out in, it's starting to come together for me as
Yeah.
far as I'm in my opinion, I'm putting my two and two together, making four because
Right.
she magically shows up at this. She comes to his Vegas residency in a see-through little dress. The boyfriend got mad. You can't be wearing stuff like that. Your mother. And now all of a sudden they both in the video throwing shade at Darius. No, they had already started recording this, and maybe they're capitalizing on him being angry now because he didn't think that he was going to. He probably was all for it in the beginning, and he's now, I don't think I like this too much. So now that you know what I'm saying,
Well,
and
so you
it
think it
could
was
be.
pre-planned?
There's no way they made a
You think
song
it
and then
was
all of a sudden everything is just all in the air with Kiki and her man. Because if you're posting, oh, you're a mother, you shouldn't dress like that. It's like I said in the last week, you didn't make her a wife before you made her a mother. So how dare you open your mouth about telling her she's a mother now? And then all of a sudden, here we are in less than a week later, if not a week later. Now we're learning that they have a video together and a song that they're about to release, Boyfriend. As a person that records a song, you got to have that already done. You got to record, you got to mix, you got to master. You got to get all of your copyright and all of your paperwork in order to be registered with the Library of Congress. You got to make sure your copyright so in order. You got a lot of stuff that you
Yeah.
have to do in order to release a song.
Yeah.
So in the process of releasing this song, maybe during the course of that, they were already getting ready to do this video.
Yeah.
All of this is falling into place, and in the process of them doing that song, there is his name Darius,
yes,
her boyfriend.
yeah.
Darius may be now air quote hating on his own woman
But he was
because
hating when he said something about her dress because he knew that he was with an entertainer. That's
exactly. If you
that.
got with her and this is what she was doing, like you say, she not a killer, she not a killer. She's Kiki.
Right.
So you didn't marry, you didn't impregnate Akila. You impregnated Kiki, and you didn't give Kiki a ring and make Kiki a wife. So
And
back
he
up off Kiki, cause she doing what she doing. See, you're a little. He's, in my opinion, he's on that side where he kind of hating a little bit now because she's starting to get a little publicity, and you know it backfired on him. He probably was with it all in the beginning, but then she came out in that little dress. I don't know if I like this too much. Well, now guess what, partner? It's on. If you wasn't with it, you shouldn't have agreed to it in the first place. Because I feel like he had, if they were a couple, they probably had a discussion in the beginning.
Do you think though?
Well, I hadn't looked at it that way, but that's a good way. And since you're in the industry, but I still believe he was blindsided and they just capitalized on it quick. They got lawyers, they got everybody to
But
do.
didn't he get caught cheating? Didn't he get caught cheating a little while back,
Oh,
or was something
I don't
going
know.
on?
I don't know. I don't know them that deep, but
I
I
mean,
just
it was something going on with him a little while back, and they've been having these little issues and all this kind of stuff. But like you say, it's the industry. Who's to say that they're not capitalizing on this?
And they
But
all because we talked about it.
right,
But
if
what I want to pull out of this is, do your man have a right to tell you what's appropriate? I didn't say your husband. I said your man. Do he have a right to tell you what to put on, what not to put on? What's decent,
your
what's not
man or your
decent?
baby daddy. Your man, your husband, or your baby daddy. Who we talking about? Them three different people.
Pick one.
my husband
I think
can,
your man. Yeah, my husband can.
Yeah,
I
My
think your
husband
man
can.
can give his opinion,
yeah.
but you don't necessarily have to abide by it.
Right, right.
Right. Because
But if
just
you're in
having
love with a
somebody,
man, you should respect his opinion.
if you
You
have a
know, you
man
just
and
should.
and you have a, it depends on the relationship with that man. And the same thing with the with the relationship with that woman. If you value that man and you worry about how he's going to feel and how
Right,
you are going to, because at the end of the day, if you're in a relationship, you kind of represent each other if you're away
right,
from each other, if you're in a relationship. But if the only way he can tell me what to do is if he can really tell me what to do. Like I said before,
That
you're not
Jill
going
Scott.
that Jill Scott. You're not walking me off the Grand Canyon because you're a man. You're not doing that. I'm gonna
But
let
right.
your hand go
but
and let
they
you
but
fall off that cliff by yourself.
some men feel like if they listen, I heard, and we're gonna segue into this. I like how you said that. Let's segue into this. Some men feel like, hey, if I tell you to do something, you need to do it. And then if it go wrong, you this is quoted. If it go wrong, you got to trust that I'm gonna fix it. But if I see the cliff coming, you understand me? Then I should be able to tell you, no, I'm not doing that because it's a cliff coming.
Let me
Let's
tell you
go into
something.
that.
I had one to
That's a good one.
I had one to tell me one time, if if we're together, when we're doing something, we're making, if I make a decision, that decision is made, if it comes across as it was a bad decision, then we made a bad decision. And right quick, I'm like, who the hell is we? I don't speak French like that. I'm sorry. That's not how that's gonna go with me, because I'm not gonna allow you to make a decision. If you decide you want to make this decision as the head, and I know that I'm gonna tumble down a flight of steps, I'm gonna stand behind you. I'm not holding your hand. Like I told some friends of mine last night, they killed Bonnie and Clyde. They didn't leave neither one of them here. They killed Bonnie and Clyde. I'm not gonna be Bonnie to your Clyde, and you're a fool. I'm not doing that.
Well, in that situation,
I'm
you shouldn't
sorry.
even be with
I'm,
that
you
person.
know, y'all know not to tell me stuff and,
That's
and,
true.
and have me speak on this,
What you
because y'all
say?
know I'm the
In
wild
that
card, never say
situation,
anything.
Hold on. What did
you
you say,
shouldn't
Odessa?
be with that person. In that situation, you shouldn't be with that person. If you're in that person, if he's oil and you water and you know it's not gonna mix.
Yeah, ain't
So
gonna
you
work.
shouldn't even subject yourself to a relationship like that.
Yeah,
But you got a lot of people that do.
If
Who's
I'm
to
in
say
a
that
relationship
Kiki?
with you, if I'm in a relationship with you, and like you say, we represent each other, I'm not going to do
Right,
anything that I think is going to disrespect my man. I'm just not going to do that.
right, right.
And if I'm
But
in a
who's to say?
situation where he got to lead and want to lead, we're not going to be in that situation. I'm not going to be in that relationship because he's oil and I'm water. Bonnie and
But
Clyde
see,
did what Bonnie and Clyde did because they both did it. She wasn't innocent.
no,
They
she
both
wasn't
died because they
innocent.
both were doing it.
And the same thing with Kiki and Darius. Neither one of them are innocent. But now all of a sudden he has this in his mindset, you can't do this. But this is who you met, and this is what she was doing when you met her. How do you decide you are going to switch hit and try to mold somebody into something else, but that's how you met them? Because this is when it suits you to decide to mold this person. If I'm going to say this from this side of me in the industry, let me give you an example. I dated a guy, and I'm just going to give you his nickname. We called him Psycho. I called him psycho.
That in
When
itself
I
let you know
met
we
him,
all you.
but I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I got in. See, the representative make you think you're all water.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't go with that you're oil and you water. I agree with your analogy, but you
Right,
don't know that you got oil until you get in there. And
right.
then you see something swimming at the top of your water. You're not gonna know that you oil and water when you first go. Now, if you see, okay, and you go in anyway, then that's your fault.
Mm.
But if you think and you're with this person and this representative is giving you water to your water, and then you see all 3-4 months down the road, then yeah, you got to get on. And that's exactly what happened with me. When I met this guy, I was at a show. I was on stage. I sang Erica Badu called Tyrone. He videoed the whole thing. He was just smitten, nose wide open. That's how you met me. You immediately latched onto me like white on rice. You latched on, you wanted me to be your lady. You did this, you did that. You started going to all of my shows. You started showing up at the upscale hotels I was playing in with my band. You were doing all of these things. You were this representative and you were just there. And my guys was like, one or two of my guys was like, I don't know, Alicia, something ain't right with that brother. And that's when my spidey sense started tingling. Because the one thing about my band members in the next level band, those brothers have a vibe. And when they pick up a bad vibe, they knew that the guy wasn't right. And I never brought him back to another show. But this one he had them fooled. He had them fooled. And one night he showed up and my mom was there at my show. And this man cut up with me so bad at the end of the show because I was so tired. And I walked over to one of my band members and I tapped him on the chest and leaned. I said, oh my God, it's over. Thank God it's over. This dude went ballistic in the car after, he just, his face changed in the place. And my guys was like, what's wrong with him sitting over there? And my mom was like, why he come over here sitting with me? Girl, I could have met me a good old man in here tonight. Why you sitting him over here with me? His entire vibe changed when he saw me literally interacting with my brothers, which is what you see me do on a normal basis. This particular night, I don't know, I guess somebody made him mad at work or somebody, I don't know what it was. But at the end of the night, I asked him, I said, you okay? Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I turned whole dude on him. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to tell you now. I said, if you tell me ain't nothing wrong now, don't tell me later on something wrong because I don't want to hear that. I said, if you don't want to hear that from me later, I don't want to hear nothing from you later. Whatever is on your mind that you got a problem with, say what's on your mind. If this is how we going to communicate, look, I need you to let me know what's going on. And this man just said, well, I think you did this wrong and you shouldn't have done this and you shouldn't have done that. And I said, okay. We got in the car and then we got in his truck and this man screamed at me from the time he got me in the truck for about 15 minutes, halfway in, because it was about a 30-minute ride to his house. And about 15 minutes in, I was just sitting there just listening to him. And I started looking at my reflection in his passenger side window. And my personality, my other side of me that I keep on stage, Lovely, that crazy one, she was talking to me from that reflection. Do you hear this fool? Do you hear how he talking to you? Do you hear this? And I didn't want to bring her out, but he just kept on. And I told him, I said, okay, you know what? This is how we going to do this. I say, I need you to take me home. I say, no more gigs, no more shows. I'm done. I'm done. When you met me, this is what you saw. Now you have a problem? Take me home. I'm not taking you home. I say, if you don't take me home, I'm going to let this window down on this freeway and I'm going to start screaming rape the minute you exit. Take me home. He took me home. And it took me 2 months to get rid of this guy because now all of a sudden I'm wrong because I shouldn't have retaliated on him like that. I should have just listened to what he said and said, you're right. And this, that. No, no, because you're crazy.
Well, it's true. It's true. You don't know a person till you get it. You look.
But when
Look,
I found,
I've
when
been
that
there.
psychopath came out,
Yeah,
I
I've been there.
got to go.
But the truth, and see, some people can let it go right then, but it's some people been in stuff for a minute, and you begin to accept it.
Yeah,
But in this situation with Kiki, like y'all was saying earlier, she profited off of it. But how many women have profited off of rejection, off of their divorces, off of their, wrote a book, do conferences, go place to place. Men do it too.
mm,
It's
They do.
it,
They do.
it's like taking your bad experience and Lord, they say mess it to a message or mess it to money, however you want to do it. People, we we do it. We take our stories because they're ours, they're our property, and we profit off of it.
They are.
You preach the word off of them. You write a book off of them. You start conferences all over. I know a lot of bitter, mean women that get paid to come and help other bitter, mean women. I know women who've been healed. They get paid to come and help other women find their way to healing. You know what I'm saying? Kiki.
So is that wrong?
Well, I don't, to each his own, I guess. To each his own, because it because in the end you're the one that got to deal with the repercussions.
right,
Can
right,
you handle what you're dishing out? You get what I'm saying? Can you
exactly.
handle
Right.
what you are dishing out? I do believe that like I say, she ain't doing nothing different than what Mary J. every time she uh get
Every time. I
divorced or
just I
done
don't like
wrong, divorced or done wrong, honey, she got a platinum album out of it. You get what I'm saying? So,
it. Right.
um,
And most
you
people
know,
do. Comedians
yeah,
do. They get a divorce. They make jokes out
they
of
can
it. They
talk
make
about it.
money. They get profit. That's what people do.
Exactly.
They can talk about
Exactly.
it.
And
You
he
got
didn't have an
R&B.
issue because his issue was you a mom now. So he went from being her man to maybe had a one personality to being a baby daddy because he didn't say, I don't want you to wear that dress because you my woman. He said, I don't want you to wear that because you are a mom.
But
But, but you're a
So
dad and you
he's
didn't make
looking
your
at it
baby
then.
mama a wife.
yeah,
That wasn't his point though. He just, I guess he felt when you become a mother, you do things differently.
and
She's
he
still a
probably,
mom, but she's an entertainer.
yeah, she's an entertainer. She's an entertainer. We don't
Right.
know. We don't know if he did know that she was gonna wear that dress. We don't know. He
We
probably
don't
said
know.
don't wear that dress, and then she wore it, and then we don't know the whole scenario on it.
We don't
But
know.
I do find it interesting that everybody went crazy behind Kiki's stuff when I know Cardi B done wrote a couple songs about, then Beyonce was talking about, Becky.
Yeah.
You know
They
how it
all
goes.
do. Everybody does. Yeah.
Everybody do. Everybody profits off of this stuff.
Kiki Palmer
Chris Rock
has
got a whole
been,
stand up about his divorce.
Kevin Hart got a
Huh?
couple of stand-ups about his divorce.
Kevin
And
Hart.
he talks about
Yeah.
his kids and stuff too.
And
So
on his
even
stand
back
up.
in, let's go back to 1987 when Eddie Murphy made Raw. Remember when he made Raw? He was about to get married. And he actually didn't get married. He called the wedding off. His wedding got called off. And he talked about that whole thing in his sitcom, in his stand-up. He said the
Right.
reason he said he
Right.
almost got married. He said, but he started thinking when he saw Johnny Carson lose $150 million, he like, no, I'm not finna do that. He started having nightmares about somebody taking half his money. He turned that into he capitalized off him not having a wedding no more.
Right.
And then
And
later
Bernie Mac
on
had
when
a whole show. He had a whole show, sitcom on
about
his
his
life.
sister kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Capitalization.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
entertainers.
So
That's what they do.
So
Right.
let's turn the page a little bit and go into um I was gonna do would you rather, but I guess this got real good because we ate up about 25 minutes on it. Let's in a couple of weeks I'll be making a beautiful announcement. But I was curious about what do your grandkids call you? you know, over the years, people that's young with grandkids, we all young with grandkids, okay? No,
Mhm.
call me Nana. Don't call me Granny. Don't call me Grandma. Don't call me none of that. Call me uh uh
Gigi.
Grand Bill, GG.
Yeah.
Call me, what do your grandkids call you?
My grandkids call me Granny, and that's the name I chose.
Yeah,
They have a grandma, they have a Nana, they have a Mimi.
yeah,
But I was asked first, what do you want them to call you? And I like Granny.
yeah,
I don't, and I was a Granny 5 years ago. I was
yeah,
in my 50s,
yeah.
and I like Granny. My sister's grandkids call her Duchess because she said I'm too young to be called Granny. But I didn't feel that way.
Yeah,
I don't like the glamour, and I mean that's good if that's what you want. But I like Granny. To me, Granny is endearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I am Ghana.
Mhm.
I am Ghana. I have been, my first granddaughter is 18, 19. She's
Yeah,
19. And my daughter asked me, what do you want to be called?
Right,
And I heard everybody say granny, grandma, this, that, and other. And I just put a little spin on it because I like granny. I like that I was going to be a grandmother. I like I didn't want mother the sequel and glamour. I didn't want none of that. But
right.
I wanted something sweet and to the point. So I just took the R and the Y off and said Ghana
yeah,
because my my firstborn that gave me the first grandchild, she called her grandpa Grandpa.
yeah,
So I was like, she couldn't say grandma and
Right,
grandpa back then.
right.
So I was like, Ghana. And she was like, Ghana? I said, yeah, Ghana. I said, I'm Ghana. And I have two of them that are with me all the time, Madison and Seth, and they love Ghana with a passion.
yeah,
And so that's like really, really cool for me.
Right.
I'm Ghana, so
And mine sing it. They say Granny. They don't never just
yeah.
say Granny, and
Hmm.
that makes me feel good. What would
Yeah.
you like your grandchildren to call you?
I told him I want you to call me Grandma. I don't care. Call me Grandma. And my daughter's like, but Mama, you don't look like no. I say I don't care. If I'm a
Right,
grandma, I'm a grandma. I
grandma.
want my
Yeah,
babies to call me Grandma, Granny, uh, grandmother for the proper ones. Whatever you want, you call because I'm your grandmother.
That's right.
And I'm proud to be your grandmother. I'm about to buy the shirts. I'm about to get some patches that say it on my shirts. I'm about to get a sign that's, I'm gonna be at the games. Come on,
right.
I'm gonna be at the preschool with a sign say it's first day of school and grandma is here for you.
Honey, when I went to my first grandparents' day at the school, you couldn't tell me nothing. I go in there and I'm sitting in that lunchroom and people looking at me like, who you? My grandson. He come running in that kitchen, in that cafeteria, and he grabbed me and he hugged me. And they looking like, wait a minute, that's your Yes, my grandson.
Yeah,
Because like you say, we don't age now. We don't age now. Black don't crack, so they think our younguns, our grandchildren, are our children. Right now, my
yeah,
granddaughter Madison thinks she a mermaid. She in the pool every day. She in the pool every day. And people are like, I just love your daughter. She's such a sweet girl. I said, huh? Who y'all talking about? Oh, Madison, baby, that's my grandbaby.
yeah,
Tell them
yeah.
that's my.
And see, I have the
Cause you gotta,
opposite. I had kids late, so they called me. They would ask my kids or say your grandmother's here. Now that's my mama. So I've been a grandma a long time because I had my kids late.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I just think that it's, lately I've really just been thinking about life, thinking about the joys of life, looking around, appreciating family, you know,
Mm-hmm.
families first fight, all that kind of stuff. But it is an amazing privilege to experience your
Yes.
grandbabies. Folk not living
Right.
past 30, they ain't living past 4,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
I don't want I want to have all the glamour on the granny. I got to have it all. And then I had the opportunity of knowing my grandmother, and a lot of people can
Yeah.
say they
Me
never
too.
knew their grandparents. Like my
Right.
kids, they knew
Right.
my dad uh while they was little, you know. He didn't get to see them grow up and do all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Right.
it's important for me to make sure they understand I'm your granny. I'm not ashamed to be your granny. You come to grandma,
Right.
I'm gonna feed you all these cookies. Your mama gonna be mad hey, I got to get you. Hey,
You want
I
that? You
gotta
want
cook.
all those joys?
I
Yeah.
want all my
Yep.
stuff. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
grandma where they know they coming to grandma's house to eat.
And there ain't no rules at Granny house.
And this is the thing. Oh, it's gonna be rules because
Fact.
Well, when I say it ain't no rules, it's like mom said, look, they can't have no cookies. You gonna
oh
have
no.
cookies there.
Now they gonna
That's
have
what I
cookies.
I don't mean they gonna be disrespectful now.
Oh
Don't
yeah, cause
Right.
baby, I
my
chop steaks.
grandparents know
And
I'm
they can
I'm
eat.
just
crazy.
saying. I'm just saying. I don't chop
They
nobody.
gonna have cookies and they can eat in the living room and they can eat in my bed and we can watch
See what I'm
TV
saying?
together. And
Yeah,
all
You
that.
got
all that,
it.
Right.
all that, and the thing that I love is I experienced a grandmother. I watched my mama as a grandmother. When we went through hard times, my kids, we had to live with their grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she got look while I was depressed because I done lost some stuff. Guess who got up and made sure they was at their house going to school?
Mm-hmm.
She did.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
made sure that they ate. She made sure. So I like her passing that baton to me. So the grandbaby's gonna be in my house on Fridays. Now, well, they need to be raising their own kids. I didn't say I was gonna raise them. I said that you could bring them babies over here. It's gonna be sometimes I'm gonna say no because I'm busy, but
Mm-hmm.
but Granny gonna be Granny. I don't know. I know everybody want to be fabulous and all that, but guess what? I'm a fabulous woman in a moo and them babies gonna be in that car on the way to church. Do you understand me? I'm gonna
Mm.
restore it. Since y'all don't want to do it, okay. I'll do it. I don't care if I got 15 sitting around in here. They gonna be singing. I got a little choir. Then you the deacon. I'm on when you
I
go
can see
home.
it.
When you go home, you're gonna
That's
be
the
telling
big
your
mama.
mama scriptures. Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
I'm ready. So it's a joy. It really, really is. I watch my sisters with my sister with her grandbabies, and I'm just so excited about it. Boom. All right. Anybody else want to say anything on that? You got a good story, a good granny and grandbaby story you want to share? Because I know it's a lot.
It's
I
a
got
lot, but
I got
Odessa,
two.
they named her Odessa. She does everything I do. If she'll get a phone, put some glasses on, just everything I do. Wear my shoes. I grunt when I get out the bed. She's 3 years old. She grunts when she get out the bed. I'm like, baby, no, you just can't do everything.
You can't
Every
do
single
everything.
thing. She grunts. Mm. Well, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So I love a mini me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You got a story, Alicia? What you got?
It's my grandson. That has been my riding buddy out the womb. From the car seat to now. From the car seat to now, that's been my baby. And I remember when he was little, he had those little shows he used to love to watch, and one was Yo Gabba Gabba. And I think that's when he found out that his Ghana was fun. Because when I walked in, he was at his grandfather's house, at my ex-husband's house. I walked in and he was just standing up, just looking at the man, telling him, showing him how to do this particular dance. And when I walked in, he was just standing there looking at it. He wouldn't dance. So I said, hey, Bigums. And I called him Bigums to this day. He's 14. I call him Bigums to this day. So when I walked in, I'm looking at him and he's just looking at the show. And I'm looking at the dance and I said, okay, well, that's easy. So I'm standing on the side of it and he looks up at me and I look down at him and I lift my leg up for, one of the steps. And then I put that leg down and then I lift the other leg up. And then I did a spin around. It was something that, whatever the steps were, I started doing the steps. And he just kind of looked at me. Like, what in the world is this woman? What is she doing? And I turned and I looked at him. I say, you're not going to. And I've always talked to him like I'm talking right now.
Yeah.
I've never done baby talk to him.
Yeah.
So I looked down at him. I say, you're not going to dance together? You got me looking at TV with you and you're not going to dance together? Okay. So I kept dancing. I just kept dancing. And I guess he figured I'm going to have to go ahead and dance because this old lady is crazy. So he started dancing with me. And then I told him, I say, if I had known you were here, I said, I would have brought you some chips and some juice and a Capri Sun. He ran in the room to where his mama was and picked up his shoes from by where she was. He had on nothing but a diaper, but he picked his shoes up. He brought his shoes and then handed me his shoes. Not another stitch, but he handed me his shoes. Like, okay, well, let's go. I got my shoes. I know I'm supposed to wear shoes out of the house. I got my shoes. Let's go. I say, why you bring me your shoes? I said, oh, you want to go to the store? He just nodded his head, yeah. Lord, I can't tell him no. So we had to go to the store.
And
He is right.
That's the beauty to me of being a granny. Because I'm going to send them home. Then you can reprogram them.
Right.
When they come to my house, baby, they finna be running outside. I'm going old school.
You can
Kids don't go outside no more. Put that game up. We're going outside. I want you to run till you get tired. Oh, we don't know what to do outside. Oh, you about to find. I'm going to start them off early with they going outside. Yeah, we're outside. We're going to sit outside, because I know how it is to, most of my creativity came from being outside, being around other children, that kind of thing. So I'm excited and I'm ready. So let's do Would You Rather. Okay, I got my question loaded. Ooh. Y'all ready?
Am I gonna need a drink for this question?
No, this is easy.
Okay.
Would you rather, and we probably did this before, but would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? Which one?
10 minutes?
10 minutes or 150 years into the future?
I'm nosy. I want 150. I want to see 150 years into the future.
Yeah. What about you, Elise?
I think I'll go with the 150 because I want to know when I'm gonna be gone.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna live that 150.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not gonna see the whole 150.
We're not gonna see the whole 150. So I want to know what's gonna happen. At what point am I going? So I know what to do before I get to.
Yeah, I wanna do the 150 because I want to see if people still remember me or they still talking.
Exactly. I want to know what's happening after I'm gone.
Or can I see my facial features? Because when your children are born, some of your children, you be like, well, how would this child look like? And it be their ancestors, have, their face. It's crazy. But I would love to see that. Let's see. Would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year?
Mm,
All right, y'all. That's a question. I see y'all thinking.
mm. That's a
Would you
little deep.
rather?
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
is.
one, ain't
I don't want to be in love and broke.
Okay.
it? So you finna hold out for that lottery?
um,
At
yeah, I
this
think
point, right now,
I'm gonna have to
I
hold
take
out
the
for that
lottery.
lottery.
Yeah, me too.
You hold out. I would too.
I'm gonna have
Cause
to
if
hold
I
out
ain't,
for that
cause if I
lottery.
ain't found it by now, I could wait a year.
Yeah, yeah. One more year ain't
Yeah,
gonna hurt.
Yeah. You know
yeah,
what? Cause right when I win that lottery,
Love gonna find me, huh?
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
find.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna find Common. I'm on my way,
Not
Common.
common.
I'm
Not
finding
common.
Common. Yeah, Common. I love Common. He is Common. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
I'm gonna be in a coma. I'm gonna take my rest.
You don't get that rest up, Alicia.
I don't necessarily know if I want to be in a coma because they do stuff to people in them comas, and you have to kind of live through what happens to the physical abuse that can happen to you while you're in that coma for a decade. I think I'll take the jail for 5
Yeah.
because in the process of that 5, I can either minister to somebody or keep a bunch of people off me.
Yeah.
I can at least if something is going to happen to me, I can see it coming in them 5 years
Yeah.
than to just lay there and not be able to do nothing about it. I mean, I can't have no kids at this point, but if you in a coma and you laying there and you've been there 5 years and all of a sudden you pregnant, it's an issue.
Yeah.
Somebody doing something, or you have you've contracted some sort of infection and they don't know, well, this is only sexually transmitted. You know what I'm saying? Or you
So
got
you
bruises that nobody can explain, and you're laying there. You are unconscious, but you feeling all this, and you probably hear a lot of what's going on. I don't think I could. I don't know. I think I would probably force myself for my heart to stop beating if I was in something in a situation like that.
okay?
I can't be
Okay.
confined.
Would you rather give up air conditioning and heat for the rest of your life, or give up the internet for the rest of your life?
Air condition and heat.
And heat, or
I
the
won't be
internet,
hot.
or the internet.
I don't know.
Or the
Well,
internet.
I think I can do without the internet.
Yeah.
I think I can do without the internet. Because the way my hot flashes are set up right now, I can't be in no heat. I can't.
I can do without the internet.
You do without the
I can
internet?
do without. I can do without the internet. I can't do without heat. The way. I am encountering the hot flashes that is
Yeah, I ain't
in.
doing it. I ain't giving up heat. They
I,
gonna have
I
to go
can't
take.
do it.
They gonna take it. The internet, cause
They can keep the heat at this
I'm
point.
not.
Just give me
I'm
the
not
AC.
going without AC. I mean, I don't
Just
Right.
want the heat. They can take. They can take the heat.
they can keep the heat. Just give me the AC at this point.
Yeah,
And when it's cold outside, just don't cut nothing on. Just let some just look, just slightly open the door and let the fresh air in.
All right. So It's a good show. We're not gonna give it up to Odessa. She's gonna tell us our post of the day.
Well, post for the week is I'd rather have friends with a double chin. What is it? I'd rather have friends with a double chin than, man, I can't think of
Where
it.
did you send it to me at? I think
I
you
sent it to you on
Oh, here it is.
message.
It is better to have a friend with two chins than to have one with two faces.
That's what,
You
right.
better speak.
That's my
You
post for
better
the week.
speak.
Yeah.
Look, I got 2 of them. I think I got 3. I done gained a little weight. I think I
I
got
really
3.
would. I'd rather double chin than two faces.
I know that's right. Because, baby, some folk got 12 of them. Got 12 faces.
That
Some
double
of
chin
you
we
never
can work
know who
out.
they gonna be.
Yeah, you never know. What
Never
they
know
say,
on what
like a
day.
box
The
of
double
chocolate,
chin,
you
you can
never know what you're
exercise.
going
You
to
can
get.
get that off. But them
Well,
two
okay.
faced folks,
Alicia, give your closing remarks. We had a good show tonight.
This was an awesome show. Y'all, y'all need to quit. Look, people need to quit worrying about what other folks do.
Mind,
Mind your business and don't let nobody drive. Don't let nobody lead you off no cliff.
yeah,
I'm gonna forever say that. Don't let nobody lead you off the
yeah,
Grand Canyon.
yeah. Oh, that's
it's been a good show. I agree with Alicia. You have to live your life and you have to be strong enough to keep your mind and to do what you think is best for you.
Right.
awesome. I guess I'll say, um, I agree with just live your best life. You only got one of them. You know, everybody want to
Mhm.
control everybody. Everybody want to own the rights to everybody like we slaves. Everybody want to control what people. Being in a relationship with someone is not controlling them. Being in a relationship with someone is loving them and they love you.
And who
That's
they
what a
are.
Right.
relationship is. We agree to walk this thing out together. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
You,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not dealing with it. Okay, I'm not dealing with it. You gonna be with me. You gonna love everything about me. Kiki didn't start wearing. Look, she listen. Kiki wore something risque before she wore that dress. So
Mm-hmm.
get yourself together.
I
Okay.
saw a snippet of her on Saturday Night Live when they were like, "Oh, is Kiki pregnant? Is Kiki pregnant?" She had on a little dress with a little suit, a pantsuit with a long jacket, and she just opened it up and her whole belly was out. So,
Yeah.
and this was when she was pregnant. So, this is not the first time she bared her skin. Why is everybody mad now? Y'all need to
Yeah. Mind your business, and then
mind your business.
and live your own life. And half of y'all mad at folks that have the courage to live their truth. You mad because you don't have the courage. Just go ahead, wake up and be your authentic self and
That's
stop
right.
hating on. And then I promise you, you won't have time to be worried
Other
about
folks live.
somebody else. We've had
Yep.
a good show tonight. We love you all. We'll talk to you on next week with another outstanding topic.
All
Have a
right,
good
good
night.
night.
Good night, y'all.